honor of my mother, whose birthday would have been April 1st. It's a new moon in Aries, but I also wanted to see what we can use to harness the energy of that inner warrior, the inner fire inside of you, the inner courage. And my mom was definitely a fighter all the way to the end. And so, how can you encourage and inspire that inner Aries fire within you? Hey guys, it's Francisca. Welcome to your April guidance reading. This month, I thought it'd be really cool to harness the energy of the new moon in Aries for April 1st. Not only is it a new moon in Aries, but I also wanted to honor my mother, whose birthday was April 1st. So, in honor of her fiery, courageous, inner warrior spirit, I wanted to pull an extra card for you guys. So, keeping in theme with the current energy, the focus, and the guidance, we're also adding in one more card, and that additional card is how can you express or inspire your inner Aries fire this month? As usual, I do have 3 readings for you to choose from, each with a different crystal. You can choose to sit through all of the readings and see which one resonates for you the most. You can pick a different reading for each of your areas in your life, or each different area in your life, or you can choose based on the crystal, based on what feels right for you. This month I am using Grey Botswana Agate, a really great stone to encourage your courage and encourage your courage. Really great stone for comfort. Also, really great stone for determination and commitment, but it's also a soothing and caring and nurturing stone to help dispel any negative energies you might be feeling. And for the second reading, I am using Shattuckite. Shattuckite is a beautiful coppery and blue stone that you see here. Really great for clarity of mind, heart, and throat. It's a really great stone to help you speak your highest truth and to encourage throat, heart, and mind connection, and to help you again speak your truth. So really great for the throat chakra, among other chakras. For the third reading, I am using Sodalite. So Sodalite is a beautiful blue and like kind of a sandy color stone. Really great stone for intuition, self-awareness, rational thought, perception, third eye, and crown chakra activation. For the first reading, I am using Grey Botswana. Really great stone, again, for courage and determination, but also really great soothing and nurturing stone to help dispel any negative energies and to help calm the mind. If you're feeling a little frazzled, this is a really great stone. But also sometimes when we have our commitment and our determination, we can feel a little bit lost, maybe a little on our own, because we may feel like other people don't get us. If you're a very courageous and determined person, sometimes you can feel like, maybe you get a little bit of too much this and too much that, and you're too much this and you're too much that. And if you've heard that, then, you understand what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, then maybe there's a spark inside of you that wants to be ignited, so that you can maybe speak up a little bit more and have the courage and the determination to do so. So we are doing our current energy, our focus for the month of April. We're also doing the Aries new moon card and our guidance from spirit source, that is connected to all that is. Wow. Gosh, talk about interesting. Okay. So I'm going to get started off with the Aries. How can you encourage or harness the energy of the new moon in Aries? How can you encourage and harness the energy of the courageous Aries? And the reason that I really want to start off with this card is because we have the Four of Cups here. It looks like you are bored or also wanting to know like what your next move is. And it doesn't look like you are lacked or in lack of emotions or lack of emotions because of the rest of your cards. It looks like you're kind of just like waiting around. It looks like you've got like a few different choices and you're like, yeah, but okay, what's next? And there's a full cup being handed to you, and you are just um, eh, meh about it. There isn't anything that's really calling your soul right now, but don't worry because the guidance from Source, don't worry because the guidance from Source is that things are in place to be birthed. Things are being birthed. Things are gestating. The world is available to you. Like literally, the world is available to you. This is what your current energy is. You know that you're on the precipice of a new cycle. You know that you've already gone through a cycle of healing and rejuvenation, and you really are on the cusp of it, because your focus is on this creator energy. Your focus is on the Queen of Wands energy, this warm nurturing energy, the nurturing energy that you need to birth a new project, the nurturing energy that you need to stoke your creative fires, the nurturing energy of the Queen of Wands, who is a communicator, who is all warmth, all full of fiery action. But how to harness that energy is to really look inside and see all the choices that you have. Look and learn from the past mistakes, and so that you can turn them into this gold. And then when you're ready to take the cup, you can take the cup. So it's not just about taking action, and you know that. You know it's not just about taking action. You know it's about taking the right action and the right steps. So even though you may feel bored, even though you may feel like you're not sure how to harness the energy that's all around you because you could really feel it, which is probably what's causing this feeling of boredom and so whatness. That's a word. So whatness. Like, so what? Yeah, I could do that. So what? Yeah, I know how to do that. But really taking that energy and using it to your benefit, really taking those cups that have been spilt and those cups that don't serve you anymore, and really using it to bounce off into this new creative venture, this new birthing of life, this new life cycle. Again, the world is available to you in so many different ways. But how do you harness that energy, right? You wait for the time. You know that the things are in order and in place. You know that they're working, and you dip your toe into things little by little, and you kind of just test things out and see what's going to nurture and really bring to fruition that creative fire inside of you. What's really going to be able to birth that? What's really going to be able to harness that and nurture that spirit, nurture that those emotions, nurture all of those things inside of you that are ready to be materialized, because gosh, you are on the precipice of it. Yeah, just by nurturing and also remembering that you don't have to do all the things or take all the steps, that it is okay to just try something for a little bit and see if it works. You can always pull back and say no. Like there isn't a major decision. You can try a little bit of all the things and see what really turns you from this energy into the energy that's ready for birth, into the energy of the fire that's ready, the Queen of Wands, the fiery part of you that you already are, and really, going on to that new cycle and really moving forward into that new creative, emotional, heart fulfilling venture that's really going to stoke you and reignite the flames and keep you from feeling this way, and not all the time, but keep you from feeling this way enough for you to start and nurture those creative projects. So that's a reading for you, Grey Botswana Agate. So for our second reading, we are using Shattuckite, a really beautiful stone, coppers and blues and little teals in there. Really great for clarity of mind, heart, and throat chakra. Really great for courage, inner strength, and to help you speak your highest truth. So for our reading, we are doing, again, a 4-card spread this month. Oh, and the cards are already jumping out. They almost fell out of my hands. So we are doing a current energy, a focus, new moon in Aries inspired card. We're also doing the guidance from source, the connection to all that is. And I hear sirens going off in the background. Even though I live close to a fire department, like a block down, I just think it's interesting the times that when I'm doing a reading, the fire trucks will sound their alarms, because I really also feel like that's a call to listen to a message that's being brought forth for you, especially if you have trouble speaking your highest truth, or maybe don't know what that highest truth is. So again, our current energy, our focus. What is the new moon in Aries inspiration card, and the guidance from source, spirit, all that is. Maybe. Yeah. I see. Very, very, very interesting. And sometimes when we get these cards, and I think I don't think it's a coincidence that the fire truck was sounding its alarm. So this month you might be feeling a little bit of some turbulence, some turbulent emotions, really feeling taken advantage of, and also feeling like things have been maybe taken from you. And there may be this really feeling of conflict too, and also a feeling of things and foundations being ripped apart and ripped anew. It's when we're in these turbulent times, in emotional times, that our mind can really play tricks on us. It's when we're in these moments that it is important for us to speak our highest truth. It's important for you to speak your highest truth, because when you feel like you have been taken advantage of, or something's been ripped from you, and unfairly and unjustly so, it can be hard to take the forward momentum of the Knight of Swords. It can be hard to take off in the middle of the night and feel, especially when you have opposing energies. The inspiration of the Aries moon is asking you to look beyond the competition, to look beyond the people who are just there to kind of light their own flame, and really look towards the intelligence, and again, speak your highest truth. I fucking love the way Source does this. Source is always going to bring you a message that is right for you at the time that you need it. Because when things crumble to the ground, when things are built on a faulty foundation, when things are... My microphone just fell when I said that. Okay, that was interesting because my microphone just fell as I was saying that. When things are built on a shaky foundation, when things don't really have a leg to stand on, then Source is not doing you any favors by keeping that thing going. You're not doing yourself any favors by keeping that thing going. So the current energy is on the things that have fallen apart, is on the things that aren't working anymore. And your focus may really feel, you may really feel brokenhearted and downtrodden. I don't know why downtrodden, I ever use that word, but I guess you may be feeling like this, feeling of being pulled apart by different sides, pulled apart. But know that the light within you is never going to lie to you. Know that the competition outside of you, know that people with these bickering energies are really not enough to get you down. Use all of that as your momentum to as momentum to move forward. Use that all, because once you gain clarity of thought, once you can connect mind, body, and heart and throat, and you can have that that alignment, because it isn't just enough to speak your highest truth. It's also enough to make it. It has to be in tune with who you are as a person. It has to be in tune with your heart. So although things may be crumbling around you, although you may feel like this energy of competition, although you may feel like this energy of bickering and things like that, know that this is the time to make the plan. Make the plan so when you are ready, you can hit the ground fucking running. This is a card of movement. This is a card of clear movement and really clear perspective. Look at him. He is moving and he's got that bike ready for him and waiting for him. He is no fool. He is ready to go and he has made a plan, an escape plan. So make your plan. Don't do things foolishly and don't move because things are moving. Move because it's the right time for you to move. So that's the reading for the Shattuckite. And for our final reading, we are using the Sodalite crystal. Really beautiful crystal for intuition and perception. Really great for rational thought and balancing out emotions. And so we are doing our current energy, our focus, our guidance from spirit, but we're also throwing in this month's special card, which is how do you harness the new moon, Aries, fiery energy, that inner warrior inside of you, that inner guidance, that inner courage of the, oh yeah, alrighty, here we go. It's funny. How do you harness the energy of the Aries, the courageous Aries, the fighter Aries, the Ace of Wands Aries? If this isn't one of the also inspiring what is in your current energy, the King of Wands. I love it the way Source does this. And the guidance from Source, the Four Wands. Your focus. You're focusing on balancing those two energies you've got going on. Focusing on balancing that fiery energy with this more grounded energy, balancing the movement of, maybe work-life balance, maybe emotional and work, maybe the family and career, maybe the creative part of you, the playful part of you, with the more stable, grounded, and secure part of you. Really trying to balance those things out, because your current energy is on that of having built and having worked and having done all the things and being really secure with who you are and being really secure with that fiery energy that you've cultivated, and really having taken that lion energy inside of you and really being able to showcase all of your talents, showcase all of the things that you've done so far, and really utilizing that and being able to proudly stand there and say, you know what, I fucking accomplished a shit ton of stuff and I am not afraid to say it. And really wanting to inspire yourself and really feel motivated again and really feel celebrated, and celebrated in a way that's really in a community sense, celebrated by the community that you've built, by the community that you've nurtured, because there's a nurturing energy here too. It's a nurturing of spirit, nurturing of creative energy, nurturing of your accomplishments, really nurturing that side of you, and really using the community that you've already built around you, whether that is your family, whether that is a network of friendships, whether that is a network of colleagues, whether that it is a community of people who follow you, people who really listen to you. I really feel like there's this communicator energy coming through, especially with this reading, like a really communicator energy. Like you are somebody who has, who people come to for advice. I wouldn't be surprised if that is part of what you do for a living. Maybe people come to you advice as a therapist or as a maybe a coach. I'm thinking of somebody very much in particular. And it's so funny that that is coming through. But you also want to feel really grounded when you're doing this. You also want to feel like there is a financial security available to you when you're taking these steps moving forward. And which is what the focus is really calling me to talk about, because it's really like wanting to make sure that you're balancing and not that you're like, oh, I've got too much on my plate, because that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good to have too much on your plate. You want to be able to still be grounded, to still be in nature, to still have the time and availability to do that. And some of these new creative energies and new creative ventures will really bring you into that space and really harnessing the energy of that inner warrior, those inner desires, and really stoking that with the Ace of Wands, because new opportunities are available to you. They're like really on the verge of starting the really new, really beginning. So really take the time to, once you take a step in any direction, celebrate yourself, because you're fucking badass. And know that. And the King of Wands, you know, he gets to a point where he is able to celebrate himself confidently. So do that for yourself this month. Thank you for joining me for this month's guidance reading, and I hope that they resonated for you. As always, please only take what feels right in your heart and leave the rest behind. And if something did resonate, please be sure to leave me a comment, send me a message, or let me know in some way. I always love hearing from you. That's it for this time. Till next time. Bye.